Hey guys, this is Eric. In today's review, I'm going to be introducing the Trio Pearls Gelling Sachets. Stay tuned. Now I'm going to start this review off with a nice glass of water, but I'm not going to be drinking it. I'm actually going to be using it as part of the review. So let me start off by saying that these gelling sachets are perhaps one of the better ones that I've tried, and for a couple of different reasons. Now, what exactly do gelling sachets do, and why would anybody need them? For a lot of ostomates, especially ileostomates, liquid output can be problematic. A lot of the times they result in leaks. A lot of the times they result in sloshing around, they make the bag feel heavier. There's a lot of challenges when emptying the appliance, so there's quite a few things actually that make liquid output pretty difficult to manage. Now, if you've seen my other video on how to manage liquid output, you'll know that using a gelling product is one of the recommendations that I give. And that's for good reason. Now, I've been used to using the diamond sachets, and the diamond sachets are very similar to these. But the diamond sachets tend to make the contents of your bag black, and that can be pretty alarming to some people, and it looks pretty off-putting. Now, the pearls from Trio are actually white, so they don't look really crazy when you're emptying your appliance. They look more natural, and it kind of blends in with your output. The real beauty about these sachets is the fact that they're so effective at gellifying liquid output. Now, each sachet essentially comes in this dissolvable paper material. And the sachets are a little bit bigger than what I'm used to seeing in tablets or capsules, but they're extremely effective, and usually you'll only need one. Now, the way these work is that when they come in contact with liquid, they actually start to break down this paper, and the contents of the inside of this sachet start to gellify that liquid. Now, in the case of an ostomy, when that liquid comes in contact with this, it will gellify, and the product will also help to contain some of that odor, so it serves a dual purpose. Now, usually a product like this works pretty quickly. This one in particular is very effective, and it gets the job done really fast. I'll show you by the end of this review why I actually held up that glass of water. Now, I don't tend to use these every single day. My output tends to be pretty thick normally, but there are situations where this has come in very handy for me. So as an example, I've been traveling recently, and a lot of the times when I'm traveling, I don't tend to eat the night before and perhaps even for half the day until I get to the destination. Now, because of that, my output tends to be very liquidy, and it becomes a bit of a nuisance to manage. So I'll pop one of these in my pouch just before a flight or just before I leave for the airport, and by the time it comes to emptying my appliance, everything is nice and solid. Now, another really good use case for this is if you have the flu or you're taking antibiotics or anything else that's going to change the consistency of your output to liquid, these come in really handy. And I know that when I've had the flu in the past, I've used gelling products like this, and it has made my life a lot easier. Now, another situation where you might use this, and I've actually personally used gelling products in the same situations, would be at a hospital. So if you're at a hospital, especially after a procedure where you're not allowed to eat for a prolonged period of time, chances are you're going to have a lot of liquid output in that bag. These come in handy. But if you are in a hospital, I would suggest talking to the nurse that's looking after your care just to make sure that it's okay to use this, because if they're monitoring your output in any way, if they need to check that consistency or they need to check something else to do with your stool, you don't want to start messing around unless they know exactly what you're doing. You don't want to alarm them. This also comes in handy if you're the type of person that has a high output stoma that tends to be harder to manage. This will definitely make things easier to manage because thicker output tends to be easier, especially when it's not super thick, but just the right consistency like these make it. And if you're the type of person who goes to bed at night and wakes up in the morning with a bag full of output that tends to be liquid, this is going to, again, help prevent leaks and make your job a lot easier when it comes to emptying that appliance. So why did I hold up this glass of water at the beginning of the review? Well, it was to show you how well this product works. Now, I haven't been doing this review for very long, but as you can see, it's already starting to get quite thick, and I'm going to leave it for a few more minutes just to show you the final result at the end of this review. So guys, I hope you like this. Now, these products aren't yet available globally. They are available in select countries, and I'll leave a list in the full written review. But if you've tried a product like this, especially the pearls, I'd like to hear your feedback on it. If you haven't had much luck with the diamonds, or you haven't liked that black output that it causes, or you've used tablets or capsules that haven't quite worked for you, give these a try. You can order samples. The actual package that this comes in is 100 of these sachets per container. And it's actually a really nice container because it seals and prevents moisture from getting in there and that sort of thing. So if you're like me and you leave the product in the bathroom, you do want to protect it from moisture. But they're easy to travel with. They work fantastic. You pop them in your pouch every time you empty, or when you change your appliance, and you're good to go. Pretty damn impressive, wouldn't you say? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.